This is APBA Brian and APBA Baseball Classics with the Deadball Era Division Tournament. Game 9. Today's game will pit the 1906 Chicago Cubs against the 1915 Boston Red Sox in Fenway Park. Here are the starting lineups for today's game. Johnny Evers for the 06 Cubs will lead off and play second base. Johnny Kling will be playing catcher and bat second. Frank Chance at first base. Harry Steinfeld at third base. Frank Schulte in right field. Scheckhard in center field. Slagle in left field. Joe Tinker in second base. And Ed Rulbach is the pitcher. Rulbach is an ACYW pitcher. The 1915 Boston Red Sox will have Harry Hooper in right field. Larry Gardner at third base. Tris Speaker, the center fielder, Duffy Lewis in left field, Doc Hoblitzel will play first base, Jack Berry is at second base, Everett Scott, the shortstop, and Bill Kerrigan is the catcher. Rube Foster will be pitching. He is a grade A pitcher. I'm using the basic APBA boards, and the Chicago Cubs will be on fielding column 1, Boston Red Sox on fielding column 2. Each team is 1-0 in the tournament. We're ready for the first pitch. Johnny Evers steps in the box against Rube Foster. Here's the windup and the first pitch of the ball game. 61 is a ball. Oh, nope. Yeah, that's correct. Ball 1. 56 is going to be a pop out to the shortstop, caught by Everett Scott for the first out. One away. Both teams won their first game, but they didn't get a lot of hits. I think the Red Sox only got 3 or 4 hits, and the Cubs got 3 or 4 hits. The Red Sox just got 2, the first 2 batters in the game. Scored their run, and that was enough for Ernie Shore in the first game. 44 is the roll. Base hit for Johnny Kling. 312 hitter in 1906. It'll be average speed. We're not using master steal rules, but we do give the catchers a chance if they try to steal. Frank Chance, the first baseman. He's the peerless leader. Player manager, here's the pitch. 25, that's going to be a base hit there. A single over first. The runner will go to third. And Chance will be at first base with 1 out, first and third. Bill Kerrigan is rated 8, defensive catcher. So if there is a steal attempt, it's going to be safe. Show you that chart. 11 through 23, he will be out. 65 or 66 will be an error. Harry Steinfeld is the batter. And Frank Chance does take off. He is running. 51 is the roll, and he will be safe at second base with a stolen base. 2 runners in scoring position for the 06 Cubs. Here's the next pitch to Steinfeld. 25 is a 10 against a grade A pitcher. It's going to be out at first, unassisted. They were playing their infield back. Kling will score, and Chance will go to third. 1-0, Chicago. Frank Wildfire Schulte is the batter. Here's the pitch to Schulte. 64. It looked like it was going to be a 66 in a minute. 30 is going to be a fly out to left field. And that is the third out. But the Red Sox give up 2 on 2 hits, or give up 1 run on 2 hits. It's the Cubs 1, Red Sox nothing. Ed Roblox takes the mound for the Chicago Cubs. He is a grade AC with Y and W modifiers. Harry Hooper steps in for Boston. 32 is a 26. That's going to be a ground out to the second baseman, Johnny Evers, over to Frank Chance, one away. Larry Gardner. That is a base on balls. And Gardner, fast runner at first base. Trispeaker, the batter. Boston's going to hit and run. Here's the pitch to Speaker. 22 is a 7. And that is going to be against an A. Against the A or AC. Use 26 below. It's going out to Johnny Evers at second base. Gardner goes to second. Let's see what that would have been if we weren't hit and run. It would have been a same thing. Ground out to third. Runner goes to second. All right, here is with 2 outs, and the Red Sox have a man in scoring position, Duffy Lewis. 26 is a fly ball to right field caught by Frank Wildfire Schulte. That's the third out. We go to the second inning, 1-0 Chicago. Jimmy Sheckard leads off for the Cubs, who have a 1-run advantage. It's a fly ball to the right fielder, Harry Hooper, 1 down. Jimmy Slagle. 24 is a ground out to the third baseman, 5-3, 2 away. Here is Joe Tinker. A lot of players on the 06 Cubs didn't get along, and famously, Joe Tinker did not get along with Johnny Evers. Johnny Kling also had problems with his manager, Frank Chance. But these two, Tinker and Evers, did not talk for 2 years off the field, outside of the games, in an argument over a taxi fare. 31 is the roll. That's a 9. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. 6-3, and that's the end of the top of the second. We go to the bottom of 2, 1-0 Cubs. Doc Hoblitzel, the first baseman, will lead off for the Red Sox in the bottom of the second. The Doc nickname came from his study of dentistry, and after his baseball days, he was a dentist. 26 is a 41. That's going to be against fielding column 1. That's going to be air on the shortstop, Joe Tinker. So Hoblitzel is on with nobody out and average speed. Jack Berry, the second baseman, comes to bat. And I just dropped a dice on the floor. That's something I need to do every game. Here's the pitch to Jack Berry. 45 is a base on balls. He has a W modifier, first and second. No outs. Deacon Scott. 1-6 is 28. That's going to be a double play, 6-4-3, with Blitzel going to third. They're at the bottom of the order. They chose not to sacrifice, and then hit into a double play. Bill Kerrigan, the catcher, with 2 outs and a runner on third, they're going to walk Kerrigan and pitch to the pitcher. Here's Rube Foster. 51's a roll. That's a first and third. That's going to be an 8 play result. Fly out to right field. So we go to the top of the third. Still 1-0 Chicago. Rube Foster takes the mound for the Red Sox. He pitched a 3-hit victory in the 1915 World Series against the Philadelphia Phillies, and that game was attended by President Woodrow Wilson. First time a president attended the World Series. Here is Ed Wilbach, Chicago's pitcher, to lead off the third. 1-6 is a ground out to the shortstop. 1 away. Back to the top of the order, and Johnny Evers. 23 is a 33 that's going to be a pop out to the second baseman. 2 down. And Johnny Clean, who at one time became the world billiard champion. He was from Kansas City. 43, ground ball back to the pitcher, Rube Foster. He throws over to first. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the third. Cubs 1, Red Sox nothing. Harry Hooper comes to bat. Very fast leadoff hitter for the Red Sox. Also had a very strong arm in the outfield and very sharp mind, as he's the one who suggested to his manager to play Babe Ruth regularly in 1918, I believe, is when he made that suggestion. Here's the pitch to Hooper. 25 is going to be a 10 play result. That's a single to center field. And he is on base with speed. Larry Gardner is the batter. They're going to hit and run. Here's the pitch to Larry Gardner. 14 is a 30. That is a fly out to left field. Hooper will have to scurry back to first base. There is 1 away. Tris Speaker. 14 is a fly out to left field as well. Jimmy Schlegel's under it, makes the catch, and there are 2 down. Duffy Lewis. 32 is a 26 play result. Ground out to Johnny Evers. 3 outs. Go to the fourth, 1-0 Cubs. Frank Chance, who hit .319 in 1906, will lead off the fourth for the Cubs. 5-2 is the roll. Ground out to the third baseman. 5-3. 1 down. In 1906, he led the league in hits and also led third baseman in fielding percentage. Here's the pitch, 23. That's going to be a pop out to the second baseman. And now Frank Wildfire Schulte. Ground ball back to the pitcher, Rube Foster. He's over to first. 3 outs. Go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Foster is retired. 11 hitters in a row. 1-0 Cubs. Doc Blitzel leads off for Boston. 53 is the roll. That's going to be a 20 on fielding column 1. And that's an error on Johnny Evers. Second time Blitzel is reached by error. He's at average speed. Nobody out. There's no 11s on his first column. There's a 10. Jack Berry, the batter. He is the second baseman. 53 is 18, fielding column 1. Runners out at first. 6-3. Blitzel will go to second. Shortstop, Deacon Scott. Rather than into a double play his first time up, he won't this time. Here's the pitch. 53 is 19. Hit by pitch ball. One out, first and second for Boston. Bill Kerrigan. The bottom of the order produced a couple of base runners in the second, but a double play. Snuff that out. Here's the pitch to Kerrigan. 65 is going to be a W modifier, and Robach has that W modifier, so the bases are loaded. A quick look at the squeeze play page in Basic APBA, and it looks like it's full of potholes. I'm not going to try the squeeze. So base loaded, pitcher is swinging away. Here's the pitch. 51 is an 8 against the AC pitchers. The infield is playing back. That is going to be a fly out to right field, and that's going to allow Hablitzel to tag up and score. And tie the game for the Red Sox. So Rube Foster most definitely comes through for his cause. Here is Harry Hooper with 2 outs, first and second. 22 is the roll, that's an 8. That's going to be a ground out to the third baseman, Harry Steinfeld. 5-3, that ends the inning. But the Red Sox get on the board here in the fourth. Score is tied 1-1. Jimmy Sheckard, who played for the Cubs from 1906 through 1912, led the National League in runs, walks, slugging, triples, homers, stolen bases, putouts, assists, and double plays at least once each. So very good all-around player with some power. Here's the pitch to Jimmy Sheckard. 22 is the roll. And that is a base hit to lead off the Cubs' fifth. Jimmy Slagle. Sheckard is a fast runner. Cubs will start the runner. Hit and run. 44 is an 8. That's going to be against the A. Use 26 below, so that's going to be a ground out to second base. 4-3. Sheckard goes to second. Joe Tinker's the batter. 1-6 is a 28. Fielding column 2, that's going to be a ground out to the shortstop, Everett Scott. The runner will have to hold. 2 down. And here's the pitcher, Ed Wilbot. And I keep dumping over the cards. .16 is the roll. That's a 28. That's going to be a ground out to Everett Scott again. And that's the end of the top of the fifth. 1-1 tie. Boston has been able to get the lead runner on 3 out of 4 times. Go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Larry Gardner is the hitter. 1-3 is a base on balls. So they'll get the lead runner on again. Fast runner. Tris Speaker. They don't start the runner. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for Speaker. 24 is going to be a double over first. A fast runner scores, and Gardner is fast. There he comes. He scores. And the Red Sox take a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That brings about Duffy Lewis, who hit .291 in 1915, and he hit .444 in the World Series. Here's the pitch to Lewis. 26 is a 32. That's a fly ball to right field. Frank Schulte is under it. He makes the catch. Runner will have to hold. Doc Hablitzel. First baseman comes to bat. He's reached twice on errors. 33, that's going to be a single, and that's going to score Speaker. 3-1 Boston. Here is Jack Berry. .13 is a base on balls. That is Robach's 5th walk, plus he's hit a batter. So first and second, still only 1 out. Manager Frank Chance is calling for a new pitcher. He will be overall. He is a grade BX pitcher, and we'll show that on the board so we can remember pitcher's ratings. And that will do it for Ed Rulbach, who pitched 4 1/3 innings and struggled with his control. This is a righty-righty matchup, so he'll get a 1-level bump up for this batter only. So he is actually an AX as he pitches to Deacon Scott. Here's the windup and the pitch to Scott. 44 is the roll. It's kind of a leaner, but 44, that's an 8 against an A. Ground out to third base. Runners advance one base. Second and third. Now 2 outs. Bill Kerrigan. Pitcher goes back to a B grade. He's a BX. Pitches to Kerrigan. 1-5 is a 9. And now he's wondering why he didn't walk him. Let's see. But that's going to be a fly out to right field. So 3 outs. But the Red Sox score 2. They take a 3-1 lead as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Top of the 5th inning, Rube Foster takes the mound. And as he completes his warm-up tosses, word has it that in the next Red Sox game, the young pitcher, young left-hander, Babe Ruth, will be pitching for the Red Sox. Johnny Evers leads off for Boston. 42 is a fly ball to the right fielder, Frank Schulte. And that's not right. That's right. Harry Hooper makes the catch. Schulte did not run off the bench and run out in the outfield and make that catch. I just had it mixed up. Johnny Kling. 53 is a 19. Fielding column 2. It's going to be an error on the third baseman, Larry Gardner. Kling is average speed. Frank Chance is the batter. 1-6 is going to be a ground out to the shortstop, Everett Scott. Kling will go to second. 6-3. There's 2 away. Harry Steinfeld. 13 is a walk. First and second. And Wildfire, Frank Schulte is the batter. .24 is the roll. That's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. He goes over to first for the third out. Go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 3-1 Boston. Sox will start with their pitcher. He has a sacrifice fly in this game, an RBI. Here's to wind up the pitch to Rube Foster. 32 is the roll. Play result 26 is the ground out to the second baseman, Johnny Evers. 4-3, 1 away. Harry Hooper. He is 1 for 3 in the game. 63 is a fly ball to center field, caught by Jimmy Chicard. 2 outs. Larry Gardner. Gardner has reached base twice by walks today. 64 is a fly out to the left fielder, Jimmy Slagle. Go to the top of the 7th. I forgot to change the scoreboard. Top of the 7th. It is 3-1 Boston. Here's Jimmy Chicard. He is 1 for 2 in this game. 1-5 is a base hit for Chicard. And he's got a chance to steal second. Gets an 8 pitcher or catcher. I think he'll give it a shot. 11 through 23, he'll be out. Otherwise, safe. There he goes. Slagle's the batter. Shecker is trying to steal second. 46. He will be safe. With no outs, it'd be tempted to sacrifice. But they've only got 9 outs left. We're going to go ahead and sacrifice. .45 is a 14. That's going to be a walk. So first and second, no outs. To Joe Tinker. Tinker will square around. So we got first and second. 23 is the roll. That's a 33. Foul, strike one. Oh, no. On the first and second, that is a strikeout. Brings up the pitcher over the overall. They will pinch hit. The pinch hitter is Doc Gessler. Jack Pfister is warming up in the bullpen. Here's the pitch to Gessler. 1-4 is going to be a fly ball to the left fielder, Duffy Lewis. Makes the catch, and there is 2 outs. Runners stay where they are. And top of the order to Johnny Evers. 54 is going to be a fly ball to right field, and that is caught by Harry Hooper. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 3-1 Boston.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. So now let's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
The new pitcher for the Chicago Cubs will be Jack Pfister, 5'11", left-hander, who is a grade A pitcher and X modifier, and we changed that on the board. Here is Pfister warming up. He will face Tris Speaker, who doubled in the 5th inning to drive in a run, went on to become the Major League's all-time doubles leader. Here's the pitch to Speaker. 44 is going to be an 8 against an A. That's going to be an out. Pop out to third base. One away. Duffy Lewis. '63 is a fly out to center field. Dick Hoblitzel. He's been on base all 3 times, 2 errors, a single, and RBI. Scored 2 runs. Here's the pitch to Hoblitzel. 42 is a swing and miss for strike 3. We go to the top of the 8th. Boston 3, Chicago 1. And I just noticed that Luke Foster is at his point of weakness, and he did have 2 things bad happen to him in the 7th inning with a single and a walk. So he becomes a grade B pitcher. But he'll remain in the game. And pitch to Johnny Clean. Oops, there goes, didn't need that. 56 is a fly ball to right field. That's first out. One out, and the player manager, Frank Chance, comes to bat. 64 is a base on balls. He's a fast runner at first base. He's got 11s on his column. So I think we'll try to hit and run with Harry Steinfeld. Over 2 with a walk. Here's the wind up of the pitch. Chance starts. 63 is the roll. That's a 31. That's going to be a single to right center field. And Chance will go all the way to third base. So the hit and run worked to perfection by the Cubs. And they've got the tying run on base and a go-ahead run coming to bat. Frank Schulte. The Red Sox will play their infield back and play for a double play. Here's the pitch to Schulte. 63 is a 31, and that's going to be a fly out to shallow center field. The runner will not be able to tag and score, and there are 2 outs. Jimmy Sheckard. 24 is a weak ground ball back to the pitcher over to first. 3 away. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 3-1 Boston. Jack Pfister returns to the mound. He'll be pitching to Jack Berry, Everett Scott, and Bill Kerrigan in the bottom of the 8th inning. 26 is a fly ball to Frank Schulte in right field, 1 away. Everett Scott. 6-6 roll, that's going to be a double for Everett Scott. And a chance for the Red Sox to add to their lead. Bill Kerrigan. .56 is going to be pop out to the second baseman, Johnny Evers. 2 outs. And the pitcher, Rube Foster. 63 is a swing and miss for strike 3. We go to the top of the 9th. Rube Foster's 3 outs away of sending the Red Sox on 2-0 in this tournament. It is 3-1 Boston. Scheduled to bat in the top of the 9th are Jimmy Schlegel, Joe Tinker, and the pitcher, probably a pinch hitter. Here's a pitch to Schlegel. 56 is going to be a pop out to the shortstop. 1 away. Joe Tinker. That's going to be a fly ball to center field, caught by Tris Speaker. Always played a very shallow center field. 2 outs, and Jack Pfister is going to be pinch hit for. The pinch hitter is Art Hoffman. 2 outs. He's the last hope for the Cubs. 1-2 roll is going to be a ball hit on the ground to second base, and he is going to be retired 4-3. That's the ball game. Final score of the Boston Red Sox 3 and the 1906 Chicago Cubs 1. So in Game 9, the Chicago Cubs scored 1 run, 4 hits, and 2 errors. The Boston Red Sox scored 3 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher was Rube Foster, who went the distance, gave up only 1 earned run and 4 hits. The losing pitcher was Ed Rulbach, who struggled with his control. He walked 5 batters in 4 1/3 innings. And also hit a batter. He's the losing pitcher. And the Chicago Cubs in the tournament now go to 1-1. And the Boston Red Sox are 2-0 in this tournament. The next game will be the 1920 Cleveland Indians. They'll take on Honus Wagner's 1909 Pittsburgh Pirates. If the Indians win, and they move forward in the winner's bracket to play the 15 Red Sox, there will have to be an important coin flip between the 2 clubs to see which team Tris Speaker is going to play for. He's not going to play for both teams at the same time. Now we go to the loser's bracket. The Cubs will next play the 1917 Chicago White Sox in Game 12. The star of today's game was Rube Foster, the pitcher who went the distance. In 1915, for the Red Sox, he was 19-12 with a 2.12 earned run average. Well, I hope you enjoyed the game. Thanks for watching, and join us tomorrow as we continue on with the 8-team double elimination tournament. Good day, and God bless.